Did you know that the fear of falling from a handstand is one of the most common reasons why people can't learn this skill and lose hope of mastering this incredible movement? In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get rid of the fear of falling from a handstand with a step-by-step process. The flexibility guy, Coach Elia. First things first, when you want to learn a handstand, the wall is going to be your best friend. But even before that, you want to make sure you got a sufficient amount of strength in your shoulders and wrists to sustain your body in a chest and back to the wall handstand. This won't be the topic of this video though, as it's a completely different matter. If you're looking to do that, you can check out my book, Balance Your Handstand, on Amazon. So make sure that the back to the wall and the chest to the wall handstand are both good. And with good, I mean that you can hold them for at least 10 seconds. Now, there are three main things you have to figure out to successfully bail out from a handstand position. First, how to turn your body to the side. Second, how to move your hands. And third, how to land. Your journey starts against the wall with a little side cartwheel. What you want to do here basically is mount up against a wall until you're comfortable, with that meaning that, depending on your level of preparation, of course, you may stop really close to the wall or far away from it. It doesn't matter. Find your sweet spot and walk from there. Once you are in a chest to the wall handstand, drive your legs to the side. As you can see, if you go toward your right, the right leg starts first and then the left leg follows. So depending on the side you're turning towards, the first leg you want to move is that same side's leg. As you bring your legs down, you want to turn your trunk slightly to the side as well. And now, it's time for you to understand how to move your hands. This point is a little controversial, as there are people who can turn the trunk and successfully cartwheel out from a handstand without moving their hands, and vice versa, people who can't do that. As a general rule of thumb, moving the hands make it easier, so it's worth mentioning how to do that here. During the side cartwheel motion you do against the wall, you want to first move the hand of the side you're turning toward slightly in and in front of you. This is because moving the hand in this way will create a little rotation per se, and that will allow you to turn your trunk in a much more comfortable way. Take this step very, very carefully. Start away from the wall in your chest to the wall handstand and gradually move up as you feel more and more comfortable. The first few times you're going to attempt this, your legs will stay really close to the wall as you'll be a little scared. That's completely fine. As time goes on and as you practice the movement more and more, try to move your legs progressively farther away from the wall as you do your cartwheel out. Your legs' flexibility plays an important role here. Of course, the more flexible your legs are, the easier the cartwheel motion will be. Flexibility is king, almost in every handstand move, so get those legs flexible, baby. You can check out my book, Split Stacking, on Amazon for that. Now, let's talk about another super important aspect of your handstand bailout, the cartwheel. The way you're going to exit from a handstand is really similar to a cartwheel, and when I try to teach that to people, they always tell me they've never done gymnastics, so they don't know how to do a cartwheel correctly. Now, you don't have to learn a gymnastic cartwheel in order to safely fall from a handstand. You just need to know how to do that safely. I've never done gymnastics in my life and I've never practiced cartwheels specifically, but I can bail out from a handstand. You want to start with some small cartwheel movements. As you can see, I'm not even straightening my legs, I'm just understanding the pattern of moving my trunk and my legs to the side, which is the most important thing you want to master. Start in a standing or high squat position. Put your hands on the floor. Kick up with your legs and bring your hips as high as you can on top of your shoulders. Then slowly land on the other side. If you're going toward your right, for example, you want to start the movement and land always with your right leg first, and vice versa, of course. Keep the movement little, dirty, low. You really shouldn't care. Practice. Understand how to correctly move your body to the side. With time, your main purpose is to get higher with your hips and a little straighter with your legs. It doesn't mean that you want to do a nice looking cartwheel, but simply that you want to make the movement a little bigger, covering more range of motion, which is going to help you understand how to do that in a handstand as well. Now, can you see how during these cartwheels you move your body to the side, putting your hands on the floor as if you wanted to move on them following a side trajectory? The next thing you want to do is to perform a handstand cartwheel instead, which basically consists in a handstand bailout. And yes, you can say you're almost there at this point, but not that fast. When you perform a handstand cartwheel, you want to put your hands on the floor as if you wanted to make a regular handstand, but as soon as you kick up, you want to combine two very important things. First, you want to move one hand in and slightly in front of you, exactly as we have practiced against the wall. That hand's side is going to be the side you'll be turning towards. And second, you want to make a cartwheel with your legs and your trunk. That's it. It doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be perfect, it has to be functional. As I always say, the most important thing is that when you come down from a handstand, you're safe and you've not fallen on your back. All the rest doesn't matter. At this point, we have seen two main practices, walking with the ball and working on the cartwheels. Another super important exercise you want to use to master your cartwheel out is the back to the wall handstand. Now you want to make sure that your hands don't stay too close to the wall though, so keep a little bit of distance between the wall and your trunk. Now you got two main options. The first one is to kick up, touch the wall behind you with your foot, and then try to catch the balance from there. Then once you are comfortable there, try to cartwheel out using the wall behind you as an assistance. That means that you don't want to use the wall actually, but if you're feeling that you're like messing up with the cartwheel as you are doing the movement, you always have the wall there that can help you. I can tell you this, I've taught to hundreds of people how to get a freestanding handstand, and the fear of falling is something I say in the majority of cases. The key to get rid of that fear is to prove to yourself that, thanks to your physical abilities, you can do that and come out from the position safely. And the best way you can do that is by following a step-by-step process with a really safe approach that will guide you there. But here are two pieces of advice I would give you right now. Working with a partner is a great tool. Unfortunately though, a lot of people who work with a partner don't get rid of the fear of falling because they always rely on someone else to have them with their handstand. Learning how to fall requires a gradual exposure to the outside of your comfort zone. But if you have a partner to rely on, definitely embrace the opportunity to practice with him or her for some sets, but not the majority of your practice, alright? You want to spend time practicing against the wall by yourself, doing the cartwheels by yourself. The second tip I can give you is to train safely. I'm in a good location here, the lighting is good, there's the sea, and I can get a nice tan. But I can already do the cartwheel, and I won't lie to you here. If you can, practice on a soft surface, ideally with some big mats to your side and especially behind you, like gymnastic mats. Unfortunately though, I know a lot of people who don't have access to them, and for that, I wanted to keep the approach simple, exactly how I learned to do that. But if you can, use some big mats. In this way, even if you fail, you'll have something soft to fall on. Even if in this approach, the main purpose is to learn how to fall safely, so you won't need them if you're gonna follow all the instructions in the right way. That said, this is a complete guide on how to safely fall from your handstand. I've made a plan for you, that you can follow whenever and wherever you want. You can download it on your phone and even print it. Check out the link in the description and start working on your handstands today. The sooner, the better. You have a routine, you know what to do it now. Remember that if you enjoyed the content and the explanations, you can leave a comment down below and hit that like button. It's free and it's going to help me a lot. That's it. Have a nice handstand and enjoy your beautiful handstand journey. See you in the next video.